How is it going, you lovely lot? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with a very unique opportunity. I am here in F1 Manager 2024. The game is not even out yet, but I've been given remote early access. I'm sat here in game, and today it is my pleasure to get to go through create a team mode with you guys. I'm very excited for this. This has been one of the most requested things in the game. Let's be honest, we've all wanted this from the beginning, and here we have it. So I'm going to show you all the different options there are, talk a little bit about these things. Please do bear in mind, it's all early access. I'm recording this way ahead of the game coming out, so everything is subject that you see to change, and I'm sure there's going to be stuff that I misinterpret or just don't see correctly. Anyway, to start things today, you can see we start on the team profile screen. Here you have your team name, which I'm just going to go with WTS Racing because I'm really imaginative. And on top of that, you'll see we've got the origins here. Now, these different origins are essentially different presets, so you can almost control everything to do with your team and really make it as bespoke as you want. Or alternatively, if you'd maybe rather, you can come here and basically choose a different preset. So you can see each preset has a different budget, has all the different facilities already pre-set up, as well as the powertrain manufacturers. At the moment, it appears like it is just the standard four, so Renault, Red Bull powertrains, Mercedes, and Ferrari. You can, of course, choose which of these kind of different manufacturers you use and all the other presets over here on Origin number 1. So that is the one we're going to go with today, WTS Racing Origin 1, and you'll see immediately we have the team setup screen. From here, like I said, you can control pretty much everything, which is really cool to see. So you can have as much money or as little money as you want. You know, if you're really hating yourself, you can set everything to the lowest possible value. I mean, stream save idea, anyone? Maybe. On top of that, you can see you can edit all these facilities as well. It's worth noting, no facility can start higher than level 3, so you can't just make the absolute most insane facilities in the world. And on top of that, you can see if I just set the facilities to kind of 5 out of 5, you can then edit these accordingly, and you'll notice here that you have basically levels which you can choose where they go. So if I don't know, I don't care about testing my parts or simulating the suspension, and I really want to, you know, have the fluid simulator going, the wind tunnel going, you could of course choose to have all these upgraded. So yeah, loads of flexibility here. You've got the staff facilities and also the operation facilities. I don't think any of these are new this year. I think this is all stuff facility wise that was in the game last year, but you have got, you know, complete creative control. And on top of that, you can also choose your car's performance. Now, for this today, I am going to be allowed to do the first race. We are going to try and make the car look a little bit pretty, but obviously I feel like this is the bread and butter, isn't it, of create a team mode. I feel like this mode really comes and, well, it lives and dies, does it, really, by how good this stuff is. And let me tell you now, from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. So once you've set up your facilities and obviously everything else that I've just shown financial-wise, you now get to choose your team. This includes staff members, drivers. You can see we've got Dennis Hauger and Jack Doohan as our options. Depending, I believe, on the reputation of your team and all the previous stuff that we selected, it's going to impact the drivers that you actually have at your disposal. You can see here we really can filter down. We've got loads of different reserve drivers, so Stoffel Van Dorn, Giovinazzi. Yeah, there's some really cool options here. If you want to focus on younger drivers, you can also do that. So if I want to look, I don't know, for young drivers of the future, Teo Pourchaire and Liam Lawson are an option. You'll notice with these drivers, they do have their race suits, including Liam Lawson, who of course is not the reserve driver for Red Bull this year, I think. If he is, he's not, or is he? Doesn't matter. We can fact check this later. We're going to talk more about that shortly. Driver Academies, anyone? Yeah, I know. They've not even mentioned that yet, but I can talk about it today. You can also see in the bottom corner, we can choose between real and generated drivers. So you can actually just choose to go with fake drivers. If you really want to challenge yourself, you know, you can go with the 41 rated drive. I don't know. Is anyone going to do this? I'm sure there'll be someone who does this. It's not for me, is what I'm going to say. On top of that, there is this randomize button, I believe, in the bottom corner. Where is the there is a randomize button somewhere. If I just select Pierre temporarily and then go back, here it is, the randomize button. So you can see you can select only use generated people. I'm going to generate everyone, and I want to have some somewhat competent drivers. I've given myself an okay car here, so let's make them okay. And I want younger drivers for the future. Give me Teo. And you know what? We'll just go with Teo and Lawson. That'll be fun, won't it? What could go wrong when I go into the race in Bahrain? You can also see here, you can also change all the staff. I'm not going to worry too much about this here. You can have generated staff or real staff, which is cool. And like I already mentioned, the 4 powertrain manufacturers in Formula 1 are represented here. You can't create your own engine yet. Maybe one day, but not in F1 Manager 2024, I'm afraid to say. I think for this example, because I want to have a semi-competitive car with some young drivers to cause chaos, we're going to go with Red Bull. Please don't boo me. I'm not loyal to Red Bull. There's a can of Monster on my desk, so you can't call me a fanboy. That's my defense. Okay, look, this is the bit that I'm going to get a bit distracted by, because if you don't know, I have a degree in design, and I do like to make things look pretty. The customization is actually mental for the game. So first things first, you can choose any colours you want. I'm sure when it comes to my actual save game that I'm super invested in, I will, I'll go with the proper work the space colours. I'll get the rhubarb and custard will be out for the people. I feel like for this example here, I'm going to be slightly less picky. Should we just make the most ugly car possible? I feel like I should make it look somewhat respectable. Let's go with this is awful, isn't it? More yellow. There you go. It'll do, won't it? So once you've selected your 3 colours, you can see here we can then customise the car livery. Now, if you're not an artist, there are loads of presets here, but we've established I am an artist. So with that in mind, I'm going to create a new preset. Now, you'll see here we have all the different kind of examples here, but these can be customised quite a lot. Do we go with liony? No, shark. I'm not a shark fan. Oh my god, it's so ugly. I think I kind of love it, and I feel like I'm not meant to. Okay, this one is awful, isn't it? If you pick this one, you deserve to be on a register. Right, you know what? I'm going to go with this one, which is more white than I thought it was going to be. But, we can fix it because you can see here, you can change things up. So if I come to the white colour, which I feel like the white might be a bit much, you can change the kind of finish on it. You could just have carbon fibre. If you really want to mimic F1 in real life, just carbon fibre on everything. You have that option now. I want to make a pretty looking car. You'll see here, as well as solid colours, you can choose to have gradients, which is really cool. So we can have gradient colour number 1. I want this to be the pink, and then gradient color number 2. If I make this the yellow, can I make something that actually looks good here with this? It's horrific, isn't it? Yes, there are different gradient options here, which is really, really cool. You know what? We'll go for a grey into white, Let's just keep things simple here. I just realised you can change the positioning of the gradient by dragging it. It's actually crazy, the customization they're giving you here. Like, you can actually create something really bespoke here. That's not what this is. This is not bespoke. This is not what the people wanted to see. But yeah, you can really have just a massive play here. You can have gloss, matte. I've got an idea. I feel like it's getting worse, my idea. Can I just swap these colours around? Okay, I can't just swap them. That's a shame, isn't it? I'm creating something. Slowly but surely, we're getting to. You know what? I'm literally going to do one race in this car, and then I never have to see it again. This will do. So you select a pattern, you select your paint, and then you'll see here there are decals. Decals you position. I've not done any sponsors yet, so we don't have any decals. We'll have some in a mo. Now, like the car, you can also customize the race suits. This feels like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? You can select different patterns for your race suits. That one looks looks a bit Ferrari, doesn't it? This one, we'll go with this one here. I'm not sure about the yellow, pink, and white. It feels iconic, but it also feels like a war crime. Now, you can change the colours, so if anyone's particularly offended by my choice of colours, I could just make it less offensive. Let's go with that. It's a little more pleasant on the eyes, isn't it? And you can also see here, you can change the colour of your driver helmet. So if you really want to have thematic helmets, you can do that. It appears like it does change the helmets for both drivers. I wonder if you can have it set so that you have a helmet for each driver. Appears like you can't. That actually looks quite nice. I mean, it doesn't match anything else that we've done, does it? But does that matter? I don't think it does. I'm going with the mint and pink. What is this? I actually hate myself. Okay, so we've done the livery. We've done the driver suit. Now we get to do the logo. Now, I was worried that the logos, it's going to be like you pick 2 preset shapes and put them together. Like some other Formula 1 games, it's way, way better than that. So, like everything else, there are presets here. But to be honest, I think you're going to be able to make a really good logo in this game. You have up to 24 different layers. and you can position, scale, and change all of them. So I could attempt to make my official logo with 24 layers. I may well try that when the game comes out. I think for the sake of today, we'll create something simple. Color. Let's go with the custard to begin with as a base. So you have all these different shapes. So you got abstract. You know, if you want to have tears, I don't know, if you're a, I don't know, Charles Leclerc fan, tears. You might want those. That's needless, isn't it? Really needless. I mean, some of these I am gonna quote. If you have an elephant on your car, like, come on now. Come on. Some of these make no sense. If anyone uses the elephant on their logo, I don't know if I'll love it or hate it. So there's animals. There are different text options. There are the solid versions of the text. There's some more different versions of this. They really like their text, don't they, looking at things here? You've got shield insignia as well. Racing options. Oh, it's already starting to look like a racing logo, isn't it? Let's go with the pink. I'm starting to like my creation. And as you can see here, you can also change the scaling of everything. So this is where it becomes really robust. You're going to be able to mix and match shapes to create something really, really cool. On top of that, you can rotate everything. And it's not like a snapping rotate system. You literally can rotate things however you want. I feel like people are going to make some really cool logo options here. You can also just drag it on screen. This has a load of potential. I feel like I'm not using it to its fullest right now. I mocked people for the elephant earlier, didn't I? I'm putting a bloody cockerel riding on an elephant as well logo. I'm sure it's not going to be shown in too many screens, so it's fine. I feel like if I'd known the direction this was going to take, I would have committed to the elephant and rooster earlier on. So worth noting, you can see here, I'm going to have WTS in the bottom corner. So what I can do is I can put a W in place, and then I believe, can I then edit this one? I can't edit it, can I? I actually have to place all the letters. Can we get an edit layer button? Frontier, please. You'll save me time. I am one of the first people on planet Earth to get to use this tool outside of Frontier. This is what I'm creating. Haters will say it's ugly. They don't understand art. Some people are going to hate on it. Like, you just don't understand art. And it's okay. You know, we can't all be designers like me. Like, I get it. Can I move the layer down? Can I... Do I have to work from bottom to top? Can I not edit it now? I wanted to put a swirl underneath. Can I move the swirl to the bottom? Is there a way I can do that? I don't think I can. It has just dawned on me. There is literally a change button here. I've begged for something, and like I mentioned in the intro, my own ineptitude is going to be that we don't always see what I want. But yeah, you can just change the layers. I feel like it should be layered edit, not change. It's not my fault. I'm going to blame the developers. Definitely not my fault. I have like a time limit for this preview. I've spent literally 10 minutes creating this. Save that logo, apply and save. What have I done? Like, this is actually bad. There is my logo. I think I hate it. The logo's done. Where do we see the logo in game? Also, printable. I can give myself details now. Oh, what am I? Work. I'll tell you what, work the keyboard more like. No. We're not ready to start yet. Work the grid. This is high stress. Can you tell? I'm very relaxed playing today. And also, if you played F1 Manager last year, you might remember that in a patch, they added difficulty settings. Those difficulty settings still exist here. Look, we're doing a very serious race today. I'm putting the race difficulty on hard. And when I start losing during the race, I'll probably change it to easy if I can. But that's not the point. I'm a hardcore player. Oh my God, the logo's in game. The logo. Seed objective of third or higher. Look at Lawson. Look at Bichette. They look bloody great, don't they? They do look bloody great. Also, we get to select our sponsors in a few days. Oh my word. Get me to that. So this year in F1 Manager, they have changed the sponsorship system. So you get your initial kind of money up front. You get your race day returns, which I think is tied to performance like it was last year. And then on top of that, there is engagement. Engagement is basically stuff you do off the track, isn't it? You can see here we've got a few different sponsors we can go with. We could go with Vulture, Muska. These are all fictional companies, in case you couldn't tell. I'm going to go with this one here because I think it's the least offensive of the three. I don't know how you can have the Vulture kind of logo on your car, although I kind of want the Vulture logo on my car. You know what, we're going with Vulture. I want that logo on my car, and then on top of your title sponsor, so we're going to be Vulture WTS Racing. That won't be shown in game, but that head cannon now. You can see here we can then select all our different kind of companies. We can have Bad Turtle on our car. I want Bad Turtle. And yeah, all of these, you really shouldn't pick them based on the logos. You should be picking them based on what you're going to have to do. So for some of these, they are going to impact based on the requirements and sponsorship obligations, driver performance for appearances, pit crew fatigue could be a problem. There's even cryptocurrency sponsors. The game is very realistic. So you can see here in the bottom left, these two have engagement targets. If I just click on these, they've got the little circular icon. Some of these have different kind of requirements, and depending on the amount of engagement that you're promising, this bar here will fill up. If you've got a load of engagements, you'll be quite distracted on race weekends. So I'm going to get 8.6 million up front. Here are all our different sponsors. We are going to hit confirm on that. And then we go back to the car livery, which I'd almost forgotten how ugly it was. Oh my God, it's been made worse. All the logos have now appeared on the car. Don't worry though, we can change them. Vulture's logo is absolutely awful, isn't it? Why did I pick this? Look, we can save it. Can we just change the decals to whatever we want? Oh, okay. You can just get rid of the sponsor and put a different sponsor on. So you don't have to pick sponsors based on the logo at all. But you know what? I've committed to Vulture now. Vulture Racing and I, we go way back. And with that in mind, I've got to have them on my car. But the good news is, not only can you choose where it goes, you can also make it as small as possible. So here you go. Vulture Racing. We can move on the car. God, it looks so bad. What was I thinking when I chose this sponsor? Thinking it'd be funny. There were the elephant team. There you go. Vulture on the side. I mean, the other sponsors somehow don't look as bad, except Bad Turtle. Bloody Bad Turtle. So you can see here, all the different decals are shown on the car. You could just clear all of these. If there's some that are particularly egregious, like Bad Turtle on the side pod, you can literally just hide it. So yeah, don't worry. There is crazy customization here. Besides, you know, a few of the logos, it's actually starting to look quite good. I actually hate the fact I don't hate it anymore. You know, I said I wasn't going to take this seriously. Here I am taking it very seriously. I've got to say, I'm really, really impressed by this customization. I know I'm kind of joking around with it a little bit, not taking it too seriously. Really just testing what's possible. It is going to be not that difficult, I don't think, to actually produce something that looks particularly good, which is really, really, really exciting also. We can have Bad Turtle on the bloody wing. You know what? The Bad Turtle logo might be the most ugly logo. Let's change it for something less offensive. I have to say as well, sometimes with like fake sponsors in video games, I don't know about anyone else, but sometimes they can look really, really like distractingly bad and like, I want to say unrealistic, but do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel that grounded. Actually, this doesn't look that bad at all. Like, it actually looks pretty good. I didn't even spot this. You can have your rear wing sponsor. Obviously, here we go. We're now Vela till we don't. We all have Vela in this house. Don't know who Vela is. I feel like I really should stop caring about how this livery looks, but I want it to look semi-presentable as I go into my first race of this year's game. Oh, you even have Halo sponsors. Oh, my word. I'm happy now. Oh, I'm sorry to the fans of Vulture. I'm a changed man. I've started taking this so seriously now. I actually want the car to look good, and I kind of hate myself for it. I gotta say, I'm really, really impressed by like the customization options here. Like, I know I'm kind of... I'm memeing a little bit. No, genuinely, this is actually mega impressive. The other thing that's just dawned on me is there's so many slots here. Like, you could literally change so much about this. Like, it's kind of mad. Another thing to consider is the fact you can actually save up to 40 different presets here. So yeah, you can have up to 40 presets, and I believe you can change it before every race. You could have liveries for every single race in the calendar, which I think is really, really cool. Anyway, we've now done that. We can now set our sponsor activities. Now you can see here, like I mentioned before, we have all these different options and engagement goals that we have to hit. So you can see a threshold in the top right with the sponsor plan that we need to achieve in the next 6 weeks. So you are going to need to manage these things a little bit. I feel like sponsorship is going to be a lot more of a balancing act this year because I don't have to worry about anything beyond the first race. I don't need to fill this in necessarily, although actually I have to hit the minimum engagement, I guess. You know what? We're going to be lazy. I'm just going to hit autofill. Is that okay? I've been lazy there. Now, like I already mentioned, driver academies are a thing in the game this year. You have affiliate drivers. These affiliate drivers, you can sign new ones. You can have up to 10 of them, and they are represented in the game. Worth noting right now, ratings are not final, but if I just look for one British man, you might have heard of him a little bit. He's been around this year, Oliver Bearman. You can see he is at Prema Racing, obviously in F2, but he is a Ferrari Academy driver. He is part of their affiliate scheme that they have, and as a result of that, they will have an upper kind of hand when it comes to negotiating with him to become one of their main drivers in the future. So using this new system, you're going to be able to invest some money into upcoming drivers, which I think is really, really cool. You can see here as well, loads of different drivers. Antonelli is in the game, yeah, and you can see he's with Mercedes. So, yeah, everyone's going to sign this guy, aren't they? Worth noting, says here, can't race in F1. He's not old enough yet. Just like in real life, you can't ask for an exception like Toto might have, if you believe what you read in the press. I don't know if he really did do that, though, did he? Either way, this is really, really cool. The fact that there is going to be more and more drivers in F2 and F3 that you can kind of sign and maybe plan a route into your team with is absolutely great. I know lots of people have been asking for this. It's maybe not as fleshed out as some people are going to have hoped, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting it this year. The fact it's in the game, massive thumbs up from me. I'm really quickly going to look for an affiliate driver here because they have also added new kind of negotiating with drivers, which is really, really cool. In fact, you know what? We'll try and sign Bearman. Why not try and propose Ollie a contract? So you can see here there is this new appeal system, and when it comes to the back and forth kind of offering of drivers, there will be a bit more kind of guidance on what you might need to offer. Of course, I've not scouted Oliver Bearman here, so because I've not scouted him, he's probably not going to want to join me. But if I just offer him a contract, I'm hoping he's going to reject this. So I could show you the back and forth that's in the game this year. So you can see here, we do get this general guidance. You can open a counter offer, and as you negotiate further, this bar is basically going to tell you, hey, here's where we're at. Here's where you're trying to get to. So unlike last year, where it just felt like you were shooting in the dark with every offer, this new system's going to be great. And basically, with these offers, you can see here, you can actually set a deadline. So negotiations don't all just happen on one day. They will happen over a period of time, which is really, really cool. Also, on the car overview screen here, not only do we get to look at my monstrosity creation, but you can see here an overall summary of the car. And for each category, it actually tells you, hey, here's the parts you might want to improve to make this thing better. Yeah, I have no idea why this wasn't just as obvious. I know it's something that I'd always get asked on stream, you know, hey, Jack, I want to improve the high speed. What do I change? Now in game, you just mouse over on the main car overview screen and you can see it there. So that is a really, really good change. I love the fact that everyone in my team has to wear these horrific suits. Do all the staff like have to wear it? They're all wearing their matching outfits. It's the most ugly race suit in the world, isn't it? The pink collar really is something. And actually, one thing that just thinking about the scouting team here that I've not really thought about is with the new affiliate driver scheme, there is actually going to be a reason to have more scouts. And when it comes to your affiliates, you can actually tailor their development before they arrive to you. So, you know, years in advance, you could be planning how you want to get your driver to be one of the best in the world, which I think is a really, really good change that was kind of needed. And actually, you can see we do get a little glimpse into the mentality system, which is basically morale. It's going to impact a driver's likelihood of renewing their contract. I think it may impact some of their performance in races as well, although please do not quote me on that. Either way, though, you can see here, Teo Pacher, he's happy with the car performance and the facilities, and he has a positive team principal opinion. I bloody love Teo Pacher. It's going to happen, is it? We have to bring it back. Also, the Bad Turtles logo and the Vulture logo are just on the race suit. I've just noticed. I never changed the sponsors on the race suit. Can I change it now? Team branding, driver suit, edit. Okay, thank God. Yeah, so you can. I'm sorry to the Vulture fans and the Bad Turtle fans. You're not appearing on the logo. I'm really, really sorry. I must admit, as much as I appreciate, right, the option to be able to change this stuff, like, it does feel a little unnecessary, doesn't it? Also, just realised another thing I've not mentioned. Have you noticed whose face is there at the top? It's Teo Pacher. Pacher has a face scan in the game this year, and so does Liam Lawson. You know, last year how you'd always have like the helmeted drivers. Obviously, if a player doesn't have a scan of their face, or a pilot doesn't have a scan of their face, they're not going to show in-game. But look at it. It's Teo bloody Pacher. He's got a face. I feel emotional. I guess the next logical question is he going to have more voice lines in the game in races? We're going to find out together. It took too long to get back to Ollie Bearman. He's lost all patience. I forgot to give Ollie a counter offer. You know, it'll be fine. This is also really, really cool. Race targets have had an overhaul this year. You can see you can basically set a target for your drivers, which you could do last year. But the game is actually going to give you some guidance now on what they think is actually possible. So versus you just being able to promise the world and never deliver, now you can actually basically select it based on your car. Apparently, we should be fighting for the points. You know what, Teo? You are going to get 10th. That is my dream for you. And Liam Lawson, you're not as good as Teo. Get 13th and I'll be happy. Don't let me down. Okay, folks, race weekend. We could do practice. We don't do practice here, do we? Of course, in F1 Manager this year, not only can you sim to quali, you can actually sim the qualifying and the race sessions completely. So if you just want to get through seasons quickly, maybe you want to get to 2025, maybe you want to see what the future of F1 looks like according to F1 Manager, this year you can get through things a lot quicker. We are going to simulate to quali. I am going to do quali. My first qualifying session of F1 Manager 2024. Teo Pacher, please don't let me down. We've got the car. I have got 2 young drivers who are lacking a bit of tribute-wise. Off to a strong start this year. Confidence, not great. You know, Lawson already lacking in a few areas. Now he's lacking even more because we simmed the session. But that's A-okay. Quali. We should make it, shouldn't we? We should make it through to Q3. With at least one driver, I hope. Oh, is this map new? I feel like this map's new. Like it's got a bit more lighting and stuff. Is this different? It's definitely different. It's a more detailed map on the overview. I kind of love it. I've just realised the bloody logo is on the thing on the left, isn't it? The bloody logo is everywhere in game. Have I made a critical error here with this logo? Like, okay, you know what? It's not literally everywhere. It's going to be fine. This might be stupid. I'm waiting to the end of the session to send out my drivers. I'm going to go for one hot lap at the end of Q1. We're saving our tyres. We're going to get through A-okay. I have complete faith in the lads. Also, game's very realistic. Leclerc, Verstappen fighting at the front. Oh, it's the first lockup of the year. If you had Yuki Tsunoda on the sweepstakes, you've won. Obviously, if you were expecting Logan Sargent like I was, you've not won. Yeah, it's not great by Yuki there. I'll tell you what, if there's a yellow flag now, I'm going to look like a muppet, aren't I? First session of the year, Hamilton's going out, Teo, Lawson. This is our time to shine. Do it for the vulture and the rooster and the elephant. I'll tell you what, it's like Noah's bloody ark in this team. Liam, you need to go out as well. Teo didn't talk back. I was really hoping Teo was going to talk back there. Okay, here we are. Should we go on board? Let's go on board. Here we are on board. Why is it so dirty on my screen? Lads, can we wipe the cameras clean, please? Get the heat in the tyres. Vela, we bloody love Vela in this house. Look at the car. Drink it in. It's my masterpiece. Is it the most beautiful car you've ever seen? Track position's bad. What do you mean? What do you mean track position bad? The engineers hate me. That's new this year. Should I be? It's going to be fine, isn't it? It's going to be fine. Pacher, we set out first. Lawson's right behind. I believe in the lads here. We're coming out right behind Albon.
Temperature's good.
Temperature's good. Right, Teo Pacher, mon ami, my beautiful amigo, please do me well. We've got no traffic in front of us, which I feel like is good. Actually, is Lawson going to be okay? Who is that? There's a McLaren. There's a Lando. Lando, do not hurt me, Lando Norris. I think we're going to get him in the second DRS bit here. Oh, Lando! Lando, it's a pissing disaster. Lando Norris. You know what? Some will say I've set him up for failure there. I've always been all about Teo Pacher. Also, is this a new camera angle? We're in a bloody helicopter following Teo Pacher. This is new. There's a new camera. Is there any more new cameras here? Is there? You know, I'm just going on chase cam. Look at it. I feel like I'm in a GTA police chase. Okay. Lawson, 27.4. Teo. Okay. Lawson has lost half a second there, hasn't he? Which, I'll admit it, is less than ideal. Liam, I am sorry. I'd like to issue apologies to the people of, well, Lawson's land. Right, Teo, all eyes are on you, my friend. Down the back straight. We've got a minute off. We've timed this to perfection. Looks like there has been a lot of traffic on track as well. The times are all over the place. Either that or Bottas, Albon and Joe really are 2.5 seconds slower than Ferrari. That can't be right, can it? Either way, Teo is going to cross the line. Please get out of this first session. Teo Pacher is up to 5th place. Lawson. Maybe Lawson can still get through. Maybe it's going to be okay. He's 4 tenths behind. I think the track is going to ramp up here. Teo should be fine. Liam, I am concerned for. Are people improving? They're not improving. They're not bloody improving. Or is this their outlap? Are they on outlaps? I think we've made it through. I think we're good. But we've bloody did it. You know what? The traffic had me scared with Lando Norris. Everything is A-okay. We've come 5th and 7th in the first session. We've got 2 drivers through. I've not biffed up my first qualifying session of the year, he says. I mean, the aim was to get the points, wasn't it, with both drivers? Q2. 1 set of soft shoes for each driver. First laps of this next Q2 session, we're going to do on the used softs. I'm saving tyres for the race. I'm taking this seriously now. I'll be honest, going into this session, I told myself, you know, before I started playing the game, not going to care about the livery, not going to care about the team. You know, this is a team that I have no emotional attachment to beyond playing a preview build. I don't have to worry about these people ever again. Que sera. At this point, I want Teo Pechera on the bloody podium. I don't know about anyone else, and that is definitely completely unreasonable, but it's what I'm hoping for. And I might be not getting what I'm hoping for, because I've seen there is traffic on track. There is traffic, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? It's fine. These are used tyres. I didn't want a good time anyway. You know what, UK? I didn't want to be good anyway. It's absolutely fine. I'm fuming. Liam Lawson, can you make stuff happen for us here? Please get out the way, Yuki. Yuki Soda. He's. Tell you what. Actually, they've actually got out the way there, and I'm quite happy about it. Okay, I've got the fresh softs on. We're going out in a mow. Everyone else is on in-laps here. Okay, Yuki's just got out. Yuki is a menace. I don't want to be near Yuki here. I feel like Yuki's about to block a lot of people. Worth noting, looks like everyone saved tyres here. Everyone is going out on new tyres, except Sainz and Perez, who are just chilling in the garage. Because, you know, why would you leave the garage a minute before the session ends? Red Bull are not sending out Sergio Perez here. They're saving tyres. Has the AI got more intelligent? Has it? I mean, they've sent Max out, so maybe not. But maybe. I don't want to alarm Teo Pechera here. I think Max Verstappen is actually just catching him on a qualifying lap, which maybe that's just a testament to the Red Bull. We're big friends with Max Verstappen. We're just giving him a tow through the DRS zone. You know, friend of the channel, Max Verstappen, he says whilst having the cannon monster on his desk. Please don't overtake us, Max. But let's not ruin it for everyone else. Is Lawson improving? Lawson's improved. Pechera is a bit slower than he was last session in Q1. I think it was a 21 on the 27.1 or 27 on the nose for him. Max Verstappen is actually going to overtake Teo Pechera on a qualified lap. Max, what are you doing? Max! Max! But if that's mudded Pechera, I'm going to be fuming. Can Teo improve? No traffic this time, so he should improve, really. He's not improved. Lawson, please. You're on the bubble, son. Tsunoda's gone slower. Russell's gone slower. Please, Liam, for me. He's not improved. Right, all eyes on everyone else. Carlos Sainz is probably the man we need to be scared of here. Hamilton's coming across the line now. Lawson's out. Pechera's through. Is Pechera through? It all comes down to Haas. Haas on in-laps. Oh my, we've done it. You know what? I always back Teo. Teo Pechera, my beautiful little friend. 8th place. Come on. Bloody hell. Okay, it all comes down to this. We're going to follow Sergio Perez out. That's my plan. We helped Red Bull last time with Max Verstappen. Now they help us, maybe. Also, it's Q3. It's a flying lap situation. We're currently in 8th. The standing desk needs to be active, doesn't it? The desk needs to go up. Bloody hell. Right, Teo. Anyone else feeling just a bit on edge right now? Or just me? Right, Teo Pechera, flying lap. He's gone quicker through the first sector. Lando, I have to admit, is quite far ahead. 6/10 ahead of us based on his previous lap. But we are improving here on fresh softs. Does look like everyone is on fresh softs, though. So it's not like we've got an edge there. But we've got 2 sets of softs for the race. That could bode well. Teo Pechera, my beautiful little friend in the banana car. Piastri is improving behind us, though. I feel like we're not going to finish ahead of Aston Martin, Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren. I feel like Lewis Hamilton is the man we are racing. Teo Pechera, can he improve? Will he improve? Oh, eyes on him. I really hyped that up and he improved by a bit. Not enough. Has just ordered me. I am wearing a Haas shirt, so it's probably not good luck, is it? Haas shirt. A bit of Haas energy about us, perhaps. Let's hope not. Piastri, is he going to knock down Teo? Teo, hold on, my son. Please hold on. He's held on by 3 thousandths. It's all on Hamilton. It's all on pissing Hamilton. I'll take an 8th. I will take an 8th. Hamilton is going quicker. I don't want to alarm anyone. I mean, he was massively down after his first lap, so you'd hope he'd be quicker. Is he going to dethrone Pourchaire? No, he's not. Teo Pourchaire starts 8th. My beautiful French amigo Spanish. Don't dwell on that. You know what? 4th row start. We'll take that. WTS Racing, up the vultures. Now, if you watch my streams, you'll know I like to micromanage everything. Don't have that liberty today, sadly. We are going to have to be fast-forwarding through certain little bits. I'm wondering here, do I want to mix up the strategy slightly? I think I probably do. Interesting, actually, here, that it wants me to push on the mediums, then be easier on the softs with Teo. But then for Lawson, it just wants regular use on all the tyres. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to try something a little bit bold here. I'm going to try with Lawson starting on the mediums and then go soft. And then with Teo, we'll start on the softs and go medium soft. Mix and match strategies. You know, we'll split the strategies. It's the Haas mantra as we go into my first ever race of F1 Manager 2024. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit scared for this. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fine. Imagine if both drivers crash now. I'll tell you what, the green is egregious in person. When it's taken up half my monitor, I feel like I need sunglasses. Okay, folks, buckle up tight. Get ready. It's the Bahrain 2024 Grand Prix. It's the debut of Creator Team. It's the debut of Teo Pourchaire and a blossoming relationship, Teo. You know what, helicopter view to start the race. Teo Pourchaire has not started well. Also, I forgot to do the instructions, haven't I? That's all. You know what? Bloody, you can tell it's been a few months since I played F1 Manager. Go on, lads. Oh, I don't like that. Is that Yuki bloody Tsunoda causing me nightmares there? Teo's dropped a place. In fact, he's dropped 2 places. Piastri's got him as well. You know, all that time I spent really happy about the fact that we finished on the 4th row. Yeah, that's gone immediately here. Teo Pourchaire in 10th. Lawson's held on to his spot in his fight with Danny Rick. We are basically just the Alpha Tauri. Not Alpha, the Cash App, Visa, Red Bull Racing rivals. Tell you what that is. It doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? RB Racing. Well, the RB Racing rivals. We've both got the same engine. It all comes down to talent. And Teo Pourchaire, my friend, you have that talent. You have that ability. Please do not crash. He's done it. He's bloody done it. Suck it, Tsunoda. Lawson's going for a move as well on Lewis Hamilton. What could go wrong? I'm going to back my driver. They're on the mediums, Hamilton and Lawson. Perez and Alonso up the road are also on the mediums. And, well, we're going to try and keep up with Piastri and Norris. I wonder if they're going to get held up a little bit by Alonso and Perez. If they do, that could be kind of beneficial for us, couldn't it? Teo Pourchaire's having a look at Piastri. They raced hard in quali. Round the outside? Round the outside, Teo Pourchaire? Round the outside? Go on, my friend. He's done another move. What a draw. He's back up to 8th. You know what? He lost those places at the start. He's made it up now. And also, there's DRS after lap 1, isn't there? There's DRS lap 1. I forgot that was a rule change made in Formula 1 this year. That's going to spice things up. Lawson's actually having a proper go here, isn't he? Lawson's actually having a proper go. Lawson, Liam, push. He's nowhere near him. Would he DRS here? He will. But Hamilton is also going to have DRS. It's going to be a tall order. Now, Norris is currently stuck behind Alonso, who's on mediums. And Alonso, I think, has already lost DRS here. Pourchaire could be making some moves here. Now, I don't want to whisper it too loudly. We could be in a good little spot. Though we do need to look after the tyres. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Quite literally, not a sprint race. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. What's happened? Who's had a moment? Who's had a moment in Sector 1? It wasn't us. I just assumed it would be us. Nico Hulkenberg, it's the Haas shirt. I've given him bad luck here. What happened? Hulkenberg, new on-board angle for a replay. Oh, he's had a spin. You know, very politely parked there by Zhou and Bottas. Has to be said. They are now massively behind. So the rear 6 cars have been knocked so far back. There's probably going to be a little window here for us to pit into potentially down the line. Piastri's back over ahead of Pescher, I've just noticed, while all that chaos was going on. Another new angle. Piastri, it's just DRS. Just a DRS merchant. Is it even a real overtake? I don't think so. Get me out of here. I'm skipping it. Now, like I already mentioned, I am on a time limit here for remote play. Normally, I'd sit here and micromanage every lap. We can't afford to do that. But I do feel like, for the sake of our race, just keeping Pescher behind Piastri at this point is probably the play. Like, being realistic, we're probably not going to be able to get past, well, most of the cars in front of us. But if we could hold on for a points position ahead of Tsunoda, I feel like I'd be kind of happy with that. So, Teo, I'm just going to ask to manage things here. Probably should lower his overtake aggression as well, shouldn't we? Really. As for Lawson, you can chill your beans as well, son. Lawson's on the mediums. We just kind of have to make the mediums last. If we can stay behind Hamilton, who's also on mediums, and just kind of use him for a bit of a tow, I feel like that's the play. There's another yellow flag. There's another yellow flag. Russell's overtaken Lawson. What happened to Lawson here? Well, these guys didn't crash, did they? There was a yellow flag somewhere. Russell round the outside of the final corner has done us. Where's the yellow flag? Who's had a moment? A crash involving multiple cars? Please tell me it's not us. It's not us. It's Nico Hulkenberg again. He's not having a good day, is he? Oh, no, it's a disaster. That is a side pod swipe and a half for one of the kicks. I'll tell you what, there is a banging battle going on here between Pescher, Piastri and Tsunoda all of a sudden. They're having a proper little scrap here, which I absolutely love. At the moment, Pescher's ahead. There is Alonso up the road on mediums. I don't think we're going to catch him. Norris has cooked through his tyres. I think he must have started on used softs. I didn't spot that earlier. That could be interesting. Also, there's an incident involving Hulkenberg and Bottas. There's an investigation. No penalties given. It's like real Formula 1 now. You don't get the penalties right. Wait, we're going to investigate and then find out it was all Ocon's fault. Lawson is, well, he's behind Russell at this point, isn't he? He needs to get a little more aggressive, I think, on his tyres here. If we can. Just to try and get back in DRS range on Russell, but Russell is on soft, so it's going to be difficult to catch him. So we're going to be pitting around lap 19 on Pescher on the soft, who's still just going back and forth at the moment with Piastri and everyone else. Oh my word, there is a bloody scrap going on here, isn't there? We're down in 10th. We've got the Mercedes behind us. We've got the Alpha... the RB Racing car. Cash App, Visa, just name all the sponsors and you've definitely said the name eventually. We're in a sandwich of them at the moment, which I don't necessarily love. I'm trying to make these softs last a little bit. And to be fair, compared to Yuki and Danny Rick, we are actually making them last, which I think is going to be beneficial down the line. I mean, I'm looking at the positives. It's 8 laps in. We are still very much in the points. And Hamilton behind us on the mediums is going slower. Danny Rick is munching his tyres. As well, there's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. It's not one of us either. Someone has spun. Who was it? Name and shame them. It's Joe. I can't believe that Logan Sargent's not had an incident yet. It's another day to forget the kick, isn't it? That is the exact same spot where Hulkenberg spun. To be fair, he has actually got on the track quickly there. That was one of my biggest gripes in last year's game. Competitors wouldn't get on the track quickly when there was a gap. He did do that there. Pescher versus Tsunoda. Tsunoda's tyres are a bit mucked here, aren't they? There's probably a chance just to get him on the inside. Please don't crash. Please do not crash. That's all I ask. We've got DRS. I think Pescher... Well, no. Tsunoda hasn't got DRS. But I think we need to get in range of Piastri if we can here. Yeah, we are starting to, it looks like, pull a gap on Yuki. And in fact, Teo has overtaken Piastri. Mum, get the camera. This corner here, by the way, death trap in F1 Manager. Bloody death trap. I'm surprised we've not seen a big crash there yet. Also, Yuki's right behind us all of a sudden with all that scrapping. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. What's happened? Multiple cars have crashed. I don't think it's us. I think it's Sainz. I saw Sainz tumbling. Oh, it's Leclerc. Is that Leclerc and Max? Oh, my word. Oh, my... Are they okay? Please tell me they're going to have to retire. You go... Please tell me they're going to have to retire. I think I'm going to go lap 18 with Pasher on his tyres onto the second set of softs. I think that's the play. Teo Pasher up the inside. DRS as well. Stroll's not going to have it for the next 2 bits. This is like the best place we could possibly overtake. That's very, very good. Is Stroll going to pit? Stroll is not pitting on 34% wear. Our tyres are in a really good spot, aren't they, at 53%? I feel like Piastri's probably going to pit sooner rather than later here. Very curious to see what tyre he might go on to if he does pit. He's not pitting this lap. We should just be able to get him here, I'd like to think. We're going to get him kind of easy. Our tyre wear is very, very good right now at 49%. Obviously, we're pushing hard. They are overheating, so we are kind of catching up wear-wise with Piastri. Stroll is into the pits from behind. He's going soft, soft. I think... I was going to say I think I need to pit this lap with Pasher. I'm a bit worried that if I don't pit this lap, Stroll's going to get back ahead of us. But equally, we'll have better tyre life at the end of the race, which I think has to be a consideration. Teo's over a second ahead of Piastri now as well in 4th place. This is not looking too bad at all for us. Going to be interesting to see how the likes of Leclerc and Perez fare. Obviously, they pitted. Piastri's in the pits, by the way. What tyre has Piastri got on to? He's gone to soft for the really aggressive undercut. Yeah, we pit this lap. Pit this lap. Fresh softs on Teo. Undercut is strong here, so they might come out ahead. But, I mean, I don't know. Well, there's a bit of life in these tyres to really hammer them home for this last lap. Okay. First pit stop of F1 Manager 2024. I wonder if Piastri got held up by Lawson, by the way. If he did, that would be very beneficial. I should probably tell Lawson here to not fight his teammate. Teo gets priority. Now, it's worth noting we're a new team, so we are going to start all the way at the far side of the grid. But crucially, if we did improve year on year, the pit positions do change like they do in real life. It's a 2.9 second stop. It's not the quickest stop in the world. I don't think it's going to be good enough. Piastri's there. Pasher is going to come out just behind. Yeah, just... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm calm. Okay, Pasher has got Stroll kind of battling out. Stroll is on these more worn tyres. I think he is pushing them harder, so I'm... Part of me's like, yeah, we want to get past him, but equally, I feel like it's going to be hard to stay ahead of Stroll because of the kind of difference in cars. So right now, I don't mind just following Stroll, saving our softs for a little bit. Maybe even being on top of. If we could maintain DRS with that setup, that would kind of be optimal, which it looks like we are going to be able to do, which is nice. Pasher doesn't need to get past Stroll here. This is just about kind of biding our time, using Stroll as a little bit of a toe as he pushes. As I've just seen, Alonso is pitted, which means Lawson is the only man not to pit yet. He can get really aggressive on these tyres for a bit. We've saved his battery, we've saved his fuel, which is going to impact his tyre wear. But it is just kind of worth it. Teo, you really don't need to get past here, mate. Just an FYI, Teo. Liam Lawson has boxing voice lines. I've never had Liam before in F1 Manager, so I don't know if that's new. Stroll's overtaken Pasher. We're not going to worry about that because there's more important stuff going on track. Algorithm Ultras, Pirelli DHL Ultras, assemble. What's going to happen here? Good stop, bad stop, awful stop, really bad stop. Please put the car down, stop. What are we doing? Stop. 8 seconds, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13! Are we Sauber? Are we... Well, I wanted to come out ahead of Logan Sargent. That's now not going to happen. But Liam, you're on double softs to the end, which I think is actually going to be somewhat beneficial. So you can get aggressive, deploy here. But we had a gap to bring him out into, and that gap we've lost it, sadly. Meanwhile, by the way, Pasher's caught up with Piastri already, who is really struggling on his tyres. And Lance Stroll behind is struggling too. Pasher's in a very good spot. Now Lawson's locked up. Lawson is now locked up. How bad was it? How bad? Go on. Show me the damage. Show me. And the car just locks. It's a good lockup. If there was ever... That's a good lockup. Did he mess up his tyres much? I think he did just eat a little bit of the wear on them. Which is a bit annoying because we were banking on having those tyres nicely saved up. But we'll make it work. DRS coming up here. We'll go deploy into this section. just to try and get a little extra oomph. Official terminology, by the way, oomph. We should get him here, right, with DRS. If Piastri wants to hold up the likes of Lance Stroll, that would be very much ideal as we now whiz past him. Oh, my word. Okay, the Aston Martins are still just scrapping away. This is kind of ruining Alonso's race a little bit, even though he's going to be on softs later. Also, Yuki's just done the fastest lap of the fastest first sector of the race. What is happening? I told Piastri not to do an overtake. He's gone and overtaken Lando Norris immediately. Like, I just thought, you know what? Just chill out a little bit. We don't need to go too quick. Also, the rear angle for an overtake on the car in front is a choice, isn't it? It's a choice. Piastri is currently up in 4th and actually going really, really well. Obviously, we're going to be on mediums at the end, which is going to be problematic versus, say, Alonso, who really right now is trying to extend this current stint on his softs as long as possible. Is he going to pit this lap, Alonso? He is. Presumably, he's going softs again. Indeed, he is. He started on the mediums. He is on the same strategy as Lawson. Obviously, he's a bit quicker than Lawson. So, might be on the same strategy. Very different track position. Hamilton also started on the mediums. He's now coming in to take off his set of softs. Very early for that. He might be going medium. No, he's going softs here. He is going to have to manage these kind of tyres really heavily to get them to the end. Interesting. 22 laps on the softs. I don't think you can do... I mean, that is going to be race tyre management right there. I don't want to whisper it too loudly. Piastri's in a very, very good spot here. Okay, Piastri into the pits. Piastri into the pits. I repeat, Piastri is in the pits. We need a good stop here. I'll tell you what, it's a bloody long pit lane, isn't it, with an extra team? We're going to be on these mediums to the end. Look at everyone else. Everyone else has done their pit stops, really, with the exception of Russell and probably Lawson. Oh, it's a slow stop. Please, please. Okay, it's not awful. We can salvage this, maybe. Hopefully. We've come out behind Piastri. Oh, my God. If we hit him... We didn't hit him. Everything's fine. We've come out next to Piastri there. We're not going to be able to push these mediums hard. Piastri's already used 20% of his mediums. We have really done Piastri here, which could potentially be huge. Lawson has been overtaken. With that lockup we did earlier and the fact I've been pushing hard, these softs haven't quite lasted as long as I was hoping. We're going to pit next lap, I think, for the final set of softs. We'll make sure we put on the right bloody softs as well and hope that that is enough. I'll level with you. Lawson in 14th as he's about to pit this lap and put on some softs. He is going to need a bit of a miracle last stint to catch people up, but 16 laps all out on these tyres could be fun. Piastri is still holding a nice little gap over Piastri and Norris as well. I mean, I don't want to say it too loudly. 7th, I think, is the best we can hope for with Piastri, who is still just battling with Norris here. Don't mind following Norris, but it's a bit of DRS swapping. We're back ahead. I'll tell you what's going to happen here. Surprise, surprise. He's now going to do us on this next straight, isn't he? 11 laps left. We were quite a bit quicker than Lance Stroll on that last lap. He's only 3.5 seconds up the road, and his tyre wear is bad. The issue is that we are racing with Lando side by side and probably losing a little bit of time doing that. As you can tell there, remaining very calm through all of this. Théo Piastri is in DRS range of Lance Stroll. I repeat, Théo Piastri, DRS range on Stroll. Do we have a go here? I think maybe we do. Why not? When in Rome, Stroll's mediums have gone here. Alonso is only a little bit further up the road, by the way. Could it happen? Probably not. Lawson, fastest lap of the race. Mum, get the bloody camera. Also, Piastri's gone whizzing by. Sainz has pitted. Sainz has pitted. Hello. And early access. Early access. Why is he pitted? I have questions. I mean, he's pitted. He's still way ahead of everyone. In fact, from the looks of it, he just has time to pit, doesn't he? He's probably going to get Perez on the fresh tyres. Maybe that was smart by Ferrari. I didn't see how close he was to Max Verstappen. Perez has now got track position, but Sainz is on fresh-ish softs to the end. I mean, he will get that position back. Piastri is coming. Lando is behind us, but he now doesn't have DRS, and his tyre wear is significantly worse. So we should be able to just keep out of DRS range on him now, I hope. Théo is still 6 seconds behind Alonso. We're not catching him, I don't think. I hate to say it. I don't want to sound defeatist. Unless traffic does us a massive solid, it ain't happening. In fact, Alonso is catching Leclerc here with 3 laps left. If they start scrapping, could it? Maybe? Probably not. Tell you might as well push all out here, mate. Off we go. 3 laps left. Let's try and get into that scrap. Okay, final lap of the race here. Max Verstappen's going to win. The game's realistic. Pacher, I mean, he's gaining slowly, but I don't think he's gaining enough here. Last lap. I mean, we might as well go all out. Use everything you've got to try and chase. I mean, it's 5 seconds. It's 5. We're not getting Alonso, are we? Lawson 14th. Teo chase. Teo. He's not going to get him, is he? He's not going to get him. Low fuel rage. Imagine if we run out of fuel. That's not going to happen. We're going to get across the line. Final corner. Please tell me we get across the line. Imagine if we don't make it. Please make it. For the love of God, please make it. I can't end my F1 race here. We've made it. We've made it, and then we've run out of fuel. It's perfectly timed. 6th place. I'm raising my... Never going to play this career mode again, but 6th place. 6th with that car. I'll take... You know what? Ignore the fact Lawson got 14th. Teo's just casually parked on the road. Let's hope they've not updated it, so you have to provide a fuel sample in this year's game. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Anyway, that is going to conclude my first hands-on of Create a Team in F1 Manager. I will be streaming the game when it comes out later on this summer. We will be doing a Create a Team safe. Hope you've enjoyed what I've shown here. It's looking really good, the game. Loads of nice improvements. The Academy stuff's great. New contract negotiations. And just all the customization in this. I don't know about you. It has me very, very excited. Wasn't an eventful first race, but we did get 6th, and I feel like that was overperforming the car. So I'm actually quite happy with it. If you did enjoy this video, go down below, leave a like. We'll be uploading all the edited stream races when the game comes out later on this summer. We'll also be covering all the different updates that are coming out. Hopefully you're excited for that. And, well, I'll leave things there. Thank you for watching. See you next time. It's me, Jack. Goodbye for now.